What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Goat Talk. A lot to talk about this episode. We got the conference finals in NHL and NBA, maybe touch on some baseball as well. So let's just get into it. NHL Conference Finals is finally set. Montreal won a crazy Game 7 against Buffalo to go to the Eastern Conference Finals to face Carolina. As we film this episode, Game 1 for the Golden Knights and Avalanche start tonight. Chris, I know you were hate watching that Buffalo series, but I mean Montreal, you can't really be rooting for either. So, I mean, did you? You probably weren't really rooting for anybody, right?
No, I got to be honest with you, I really wasn't. Um, I think, it was a great series. I mean, anytime not only you get playoff hockey, which is already intense as shit, but then you get game 7 playoff hockey uh, against the best team, probably one of the best teams in hockey that has been all year in Buffalo. And then you have the Canadians who turned it on when they needed to turn it on. It's been That's always been the Canadians thing. I feel like they just turn it on when it needs to. They've always had like a so-so to a good year, and then when it's playoff time, they really kick it on. And the fans, oh my god, that arena is just insane. But yeah, what a game. Overtime too. It's like
Yeah.
you as a sport fan, not even just a hockey fan, like a sports fan in general, just so fun. Just pump that shit into my veins all year, all season. It just doesn't get better than that.
Is side note the best two words in sports? Game 7.
Exactly.
Just
Absolutely.
put that out there.
Exactly.
Nothing better
And,
than Game
and
7,
then
no matter
and
what
then
the
you
score
add
is.
overtime to that. Oh man.
Oh,
Dude, in
I
playoff, like Game 7,
Mhm.
overtime for any sport, electric. I feel like overtime in general in any sport is electric. Then you add it to Game 7, and then you add it to playoff hockey, which, in my opinion, is by far the best atmosphere playoffs in all of sports. Dude, like that
Hands down, it's not even close.
not having
okay,
to
yeah.
root for
Gotcha.
somebody, like I was pulling for Buffalo, but like not having a team in that series was so much fun to watch. I didn't have to worry about winning or losing. It was amazing. I just got to watch great hockey. Chris, I want to ask you this because now I think I know your answer, but you just talked about how Montreal, Buffalo, they're two great teams. Montreal, they're hot when you need to get hot. They're running through playoffs right now. Do you think they beat Carolina?
No. Carolina is so good. Like watching them just dismantle Philly pretty much. Like they swept that series, correct? Were they the first two they swept? Is that correct?
So
Or
Carolina,
did they win one game?
I'm double checking. So yeah, Carolina has not lost a game this playoffs.
Yeah, they are ridiculous, playing ridiculous hockey right now.
Do you think
It
the long break could affect them though? Which I want to get into this when we talk basketball too, because this is something else I want to
I
bring
know
up.
what you're gonna. I know what you're gonna say. Is where that's where I'm gonna
But
talk a lot too.
with Carolina, do you think that's going to hurt them? Because you have Montreal coming in with full momentum off an
Mhm.
insane series, a great Game 7 W. So now they carry that momentum into a Carolina team that has plenty of rest. Is that a good or a bad thing?
So I actually do. I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna drink a little bit of the Kool-Aid here and actually say that I think I'm gonna walk back my statement because I do forget how long of a break that Carolina has had
Yeah.
in between series, and I I think in such a momentum in a sport like hockey is so huge. You see it all the time, every year with every single playoff you see. I think it is enough to change the outcome of a series. Now, is it nice to have those extra days off for rest so you can really prepare yourself, prepare the body, watch a shitload of film, know pretty much either opponent inside and out? Like, yeah, that's great. But when it comes down to it, it's all about, for me, a lot of it is about the energy. And it doesn't get more energized than just winning a game 7 against the best team in hockey to move into the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, the
it does
last
not
time,
charge up a team or a fan base like that. And I genuinely think, so I will say this, I do think, I really don't know who's going to win this series, because I think because of the momentum switch, and I think just because of how Carolina goes, I think we're going to get another game 7 though in the
really.
Eastern Conference. That, can you imagine that? Oh, that dude,
So
pump
the
it,
last time
please.
Carolina played a hockey game was the 9th. They haven't played in a week and a half. That's a long time to be off. But with that
Mm.
being said, I just think they are such a powerhouse that they I don't see Montreal winning this. I think you
And
could go maybe game 6, maybe Montreal could steal 2. If anything, realistically, I got Carolina in 5.
and what I think too, like what just kind of a side note, kind of going into like we're not at basketball yet. The Knicks played the 10th, and they play tonight when
Hmm.
we're recording on a Tuesday.
Yeah. So
The
same
the
exact
game.
break.
No, they played Thursday.
What do you mean?
Check. I'm almost positive. I'm
Who?
pretty sure the
So they have one
yeah,
more
Thursday.
day of
Hurricanes and
rest.
Canadians play Thursday, not tonight.
Yeah, yeah,
And they
yeah.
played on a Saturday. The Knicks played on a Sunday, so they have a 3 day longer break.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
So it's almost 2 full weeks.
Yeah.
I'd like to get your guys' opinion on this, and because I get mixed when I talk about it at work with my buddies and everything like that. I get mixed reactions with it, because I think, especially in the NBA, I would like to know your thoughts on, like, do you think the playoffs are too dragged out?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you think that there's too much space in between some of these games? Like, obviously, you can't control if one team gets swept and then another series goes to game 7.
Exactly.
I understand that, but like, I just feel like sometimes, and you see it in the regular season too. Like, the beginning of the season, always, I feel like the Celtics have their opening night and then they don't play for another 4 fucking days. Like, and it's just a regular season game. And sometimes I feel like in the playoffs, like, they'll play one game, then they'll play one game, they'll have a day off, then they'll play the following night, and then, like, the next game, again, also for travel and everything like that.
Travel
But the
day, extra
next
day.
game is like 4 fucking days after the first one. It's like, why drag it out as far as it needs to be? But like, I understand it. Like, these guys play, is 82 games in the NBA, and it's
Yep.
82 games in hockey too, right? Now, I'm not trying to compare the NBA to the NHL, because you get your ass kicked in the NHL consistently, right? And so it's two completely different things. But I do feel like just playoffs in general can be stretched out a little bit to the extreme, where it's just like, I don't want to say they're losing viewers, but like, it's just like, oh shit, we're still only on, like, we haven't even hit the finals yet, right? Of either sport, and I feel like the playoffs have been going on for like 2 fucking months.
Yeah. Well, I mean, kind of like what you said before too. You can't control when a team gets swept or series goes game 7, so that doesn't help too. The only thing that I don't agree with this playoff format for hockey and basketball is like the first 2 games or like the higher seed. Let's just, for an example, Carolina and Montreal, Eastern Conference Finals. The Carolina's going to be home the first 2 games. I don't like how you have a day in between those games. Like it should, to me, I think you should go back to back days. Then you have a day off for travel, which I get. And then the next 2 games are away, back to back. And then you have a day for travel, a game, day for travel. Like I don't like how you break up. There's a day in between every single game. I don't like that part of the format. But other than that, I don't really think there's anything you could change. It's not like you can't make it like football to where it's 1 game playoffs. Like that, that's impossible.
And you really can't make it like baseball either, because baseball has 162 games in a season. They have to
Exactly.
do those 3 straight games, right?
Yeah.
But it's also like what I was saying earlier. Like, I think it depends on the sport. Like, baseball is a low contact sport, right?
Yeah.
Basketball, compared to NHL and NFL football, is a low contact sport because you really can't even look at somebody without getting a fucking tech. So it's like I understand like you want to keep the guys healthy and you want to be like stretched out so they have time to recover and everything. But like especially for the NBA, I'm like just play back to backs. Like you do it during the regular season. I know it's a long season, right? 82 games. It starts when does the NBA season start? Is it October?
I think
Yeah,
it's yeah,
I
October.
think it's
late October,
October, right?
late
So
October.
so you start in October and you end it in June or June, July, whenever the beginning of July, end of June, whenever the finals are. It's like that's a lot, and I don't know. And I'm saying this from a baseball playing. That shit doesn't end until fucking October, and you start it in February, damn near. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but I just it's interesting to hear the conversations about it because there are people are just like, oh, I feel like it's perfect the way that it is because you can watch basketball that much longer. But then also that you have the people who are just like, just get it over with already. Like I just want to
Mhm.
know what happens, right? Kind of a deal. So yeah, just I don't know.
I think it all starts off with the front office. Honestly, we're like the top of the line, where obviously the teams themselves and the players don't make the schedule, but I think
Yeah.
that has to be a discussion that has to be starting from I'm not sure who the NHL commissioner is, but for the NBA perspective wise, Adam Silver, and going down from there, it's got to be a whole process of like what is best for business. They're doing it because at the end of the day, they're doing it for the money, marketing,
Yeah,
which
of course.
doesn't benefit us, but it benefits them, and that's how the world works. But for me, I mean, listen, I mean, there's not much to complain about if your team is in it, in my opinion. That's all I'm gonna say
that
about that, though.
that's fair.
And
That is
coming from a
fair.
Jets fan, I don't care about that, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think for like playoff hockey, like not like the Capitals didn't make the playoffs this year. So like honestly, watching every game kind of felt more fun because I wasn't stressing out about us losing and our season being
Oh yeah,
over, or I wasn't stressing out of us winning every single game. Like it kind of felt more fun to watch playoffs this year than when like the Capitals are in it. Obviously, 2018 is a different story. They go on to win a Stanley Cup. That was remarkable. That was one of the best times ever.
But your blood
But
pressure was never higher.
exactly, like that's what I'm
Right?
saying. Yeah. Like it just made it more
oh
relaxing and I could just sit back and like almost hate watch like who I don't want to win. Like and now like real quick jumping over to the Western Conference Finals, we got the Golden Knights and the Avalanche. High-powered matchup. Unreal matchup this is going to be. This series I could see going 7. And to be honest, Carolina's a wagon. Montreal, maybe they get momentum. I think whoever comes out of this series of Avalanche and Golden Knights wins the cup. I think both of these teams are significantly better. Carolina's been on a heater, but we've seen from past years they tend to choke. So who knows if they could get over the hump, but I just think Avalanche and Golden Knights, I don't think they can match up with. I think these are the two best teams playing against
I
each other.
mean, I mean, yeah. So like the Hurricanes had an amazing season. They went 53 and 22 and 7. They had 113 points. Like that is a fantastic season.
Yeah.
The Avalanche were in 55 and 16 and had 121 points.
Yeah, they won the President's Trophy this year. Yep.
Yeah, and so no, I'm not taking anything away from the Golden Knights, obviously, because they also had a fantastic season. But I agree with you, Joey. I think whoever comes out of the West, and I think we'll get into it a little bit. I think the West is just like for no matter what the sport is, they're just kind of like the
I
wagons.
was gonna say
Um,
it's the same thing with basketball.
exactly, and it's the same thing with baseball. It's I think it's those are just like the Avalanche are just fucking wagons. I think the Golden Knights have a very big test on their hands. And God, dude, would I love a fucking Carolina Avalanche Stanley Cup final? Would that
Yeah.
be fucking awesome to watch or what?
And honestly, I think that's what we are gonna get. Like that would be my. I think Carolina wins their series in 5, and I think Avalanche win their series in 7, and then that leads us to the
7.
Stanley
Oh
Cup.
God,
I,
Golden. It
so,
would it would be it would have to it would be in Colorado Game 7,
yeah.
obviously, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
dude, that'd be so awesome. Can you
Yeah.
imagine if it was in Vegas though? Holy shit.
That'd be insane. Now jumping over to basketball. Western Conference Finals. We are filming this on Tuesday, so they started last night. The Spurs took game one again over the Thunder in double overtime, and the Knicks start their series against Cleveland tonight. I guess we'll start with the West, because that game already happened, but as we're filming this, um, kind of like what we just said, I think the West is a powerhouse, right? Like whoever comes out of the series most likely could win the title, unless they run into my Knicks. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But we talked about it a little bit before we started filming. Wemby. There's just nothing like him. Like he's just a freak. And I don't know about you guys. I love the hate that he has for Chet. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Yeah.
even just Chet, Shea too.
Yeah, true. I mean, I think
I
everybody hates them right now.
yeah,
I do too.
I think and I mentioned it to you, Joey, and I before Greg got on. And Wemby's probably gonna go down personally as one of the greatest basketball players I think I've ever seen in my life. And we grew up watching we grew up watching LeBron. This whole era was just LeBron, Melo. You have Giannis coming up. You have
Kobe,
guys like Jason Tatum, Kobe. You have all
Jokic.
those
Jokic.
all these dudes, right? And you're just like, oh, like watching this dude play basketball and realizing how much of a freak of nature this dude is.
What was his final
It's
stat line?
it was he had
41
41.
and 24.
Like, dude, 24
That's
rebounds
Wilt
in a
Chamberlain
game?
numbers. Wilt Chamberlain numbers.
24?
It's
And it's not even like it's like the Thunder have a good big man. They have Chet. Chet's good. And this man still came down with 24 rebounds and
Well,
41 points. Like,
Chet had
well, to
an
be
awful
fair,
game, I'm pretty sure.
Chet
Chet's
can't
good,
guard
but
Wemby. He can't guard
Chet
him.
went 2 for 7 and had 8 points.
Every time they play the Spurs, Chet struggles. He's good, but he's not Wemby. Like he's not on that level. He can't guard Wemby.
So
It
I have a take here in terms of the fact like I'm gonna compare one sport to the other, but to me, it almost feels like I'm just thinking about it right now that Wembanyama is kind of like the Shohei of basketball.
Dude, I'm so happy that you just said that cuz
What do you
I
think?
mean, we're saying this. It's so weird to have that conversation though because he is what is this is only his second year
Yeah, Wemby's in the third,
in his third year.
which is
So like he had
crazy.
well because wasn't like the whole first year he was out for a while. Didn't he have a bad injury in like the first last year or the year or his first
Wemby,
year?
yeah, last year. But
So
whenever he's on the floor, he's a top tier player.
yeah, and I think it's just weird to have that conversation because like Shohei Otani is like on like what MVP number, like 3 or 4, or whatever the fuck, how many times he's won it. Um,
He's had 4 so
he
far.
has
He's got
two
three
or
straight.
three World Series rings, 3 World Series rings,
Two.
two
Well, not
World
with the
Series
Angels.
rings. Like Victor Wembanyama really hasn't won much of anything
Should have
as of
should have
yet.
been MVP
I'm
this
not
year.
saying that he should have, and we can get into that too, but that's a whole other point. I think I get what you're saying, Greg, because he can do everything, just like how Shohei can pitch. He can hit 60 bombs, and he can have like a two sub 3 ERA and get you like 15, 16 wins on the mound. But Wembanyama is the same in the aspect that he's the best defender on the floor when he's on the floor, and he's arguably the best offensive player on the floor when he's on the
He's the
floor.
best defensive. He's the best defensive player in the league, not the sport.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like any given night, he's arguably the best player on the floor in every single facet of the game, besides probably ball handling. But that's just because he's 7'4" and his hands are the size of my fucking coffee table. Like, like that's asking Shaquille O'Neal to dribble the rock up the court. Like, are you kidding me? But he is such an anomaly to watch. It is so awesome. It's literally like if early Giannis could like shoot threes and be efficient with a jump shot.
Yeah, and
I
5 inches taller.
well,
Yeah.
I know, I understand, but you know what I'm saying. Like we haven't
Yes, I
seen
do.
a
It's
dude
crazy
that
to
can
think about.
literally do everything.
Yeah.
Besides,
It's
yeah, but I mean, you can. Joker is another fucking anomaly in his own right, but to do it with that kind of athleticism is something we've honestly probably never seen before, and it's going to take us a while to probably see it again, and it's going to attract a ton of people to go to San Antonio. Like, who wouldn't want to play with that guy?
okay. So I'm going to say a few things. If that's all right with you guys. But what I'm going to
No,
say
it's
with this
not.
though, right now, and
Shut
it's
your mouth.
nothing. Every okay, all right.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, what I'm going to say though is like in terms of like everything you said, Chris, is on the money. I agree with that 100%. First of all, but some scary things to think about, right? Wembanyama turned 22 4 months ago. He just turned 22. To be fair, like I mean, you can't compare these two guys. LeBron's 41. Could you imagine he had the longevity LeBron had? He would. Anyway, I'm just kind of just like fanboying now. But regardless, I'm going to stop at that part. But when the fact that you mentioned like people want to go to the Spurs because of Wemby, I agree. However, I don't think Wemby's particularly the only reason because of that. And I say that in the sense of have the Spurs really ever drafted bad players? Like ever? Like think about the people they attract. They don't attract the free agents. They don't have to because they draft so well. David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Kawhi Leonard, and then Wemby obviously, and then freaking Castle and I forget who it was this year, but regardless,
I was gonna say this past year with what I think they had the second overall pick, they took Dalen
Harper,
Harper,
right?
wasn't it?
Harper,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, they draft. They just they're never going to be the biggest. Like they're never going to have the the Knicks or Golden State or Lakers like in terms of like the
It's like the
overall like.
market. They're not the biggest market
But
team,
they
right?
win.
Yeah.
They
They
win,
do. They
and they
do.
always and they just have a way. And it's
They
not even
always
and
have.
Popovich isn't even coaching.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the big point that I was gonna bring up too. It's not even like they have Pop anymore.
And
No, Pop.
you also forget that De'Aaron Fox wasn't even on the floor.
Hmm.
I don't think he
Like
is still right.
no, like he because of the ankle injury, but like if he's 100% healthy, like number one, I don't even think that game goes into overtime. I think the Spurs just wipe the floor. But like if De'Aaron Fox plays in this series like at all, I think it's real trouble for OKC, especially given what I don't want to say that Wemby is going to repeat that performance every single night. He
It's not
has the
possible.
ability to, but I think you add a dude like De'Aaron Fox to that rotation that was already just dominating. I don't even want to say dominating isn't the right word because obviously they didn't dominate because it went to fucking overtime. But like that team would be isn't even at full potential yet.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
I
what I'm
think
trying to
this is gonna
say.
be a matchup that realistically this could be the Western Conference Finals for the next 5 years. And I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
was gonna say five
I agree.
plus
I
five.
agree.
I
Under
wouldn't be
the two best
surprised.
teams. One
Going
to not gonna be
back
the best
a
teams.
little bit, the thing with when you said Wemby and Otani, the only thing that I would say, and I don't know if this makes sense, I think Otani is more hateable than Wemby is.
Elaborate.
I think him leaving the Angels and going to the Dodgers, who were that
Okay.
powerhouse, I think that brings on more hate than versus Wemby. Given Wemby's younger, he's been in the league less than Otani's been in the MLB. I just think it's harder to hate Wemby than it is to hate Otani.
I also think too, though, like maybe he's not getting that Kevin Durant hate that KD got. It's probably because every year the Dodgers get someone huge like that, and that's like it's not like a rare occurrence. They got Kyle Tucker, they get everyone.
Yeah, well, KD's whole thing was literally if you can't beat them, join them. It's
I know
not
that
like
was
it's
groundbreaking.
not like the
I know that was a whole different
yeah.
animal. Yes,
Like the
I agree.
Dodgers didn't beat the Angels in the World Series, and Otani's like, oh,
Well,
I'm
the
gonna
Angels
go.
aren't getting anywhere near there. Yes, I agree
Exactly.
though.
Like I don't blame Otani for leaving, and it's hard to say I blame him for going to the Dodgers because obviously he got a shit ton of money from them. I don't know how to explain it. I just think it's a lot harder to hate Wemby than it is to hate Otani, right?
Should
As
have
of
went
right
here.
now,
Should have went here.
Yeah, so
can't
like
even win a Subway Series.
I think it was. I mean, it's a good talking point though, right? Because I like your point, Joey, where the Shohei like gets hate, but like also if I was an Angels fan, I don't necessarily think I would blame him because and the situation is different because the Spurs are in the playoffs. They're in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
The Angels weren't sniffing the fucking playoffs. So
No,
it's like I don't
but I don't know. I think the only reason why I would blame him if I was an Angels fan is because he literally went cross town.
that's
That's like
different.
somebody being
Yeah.
on the White Sox and going to the Cubs. Like, I
So
mean,
would you say
look at the
would
whole
you say
thing.
that like so if it never works out for the Spurs and Wemby, like hypothetical,
Mhm.
obviously it doesn't look like that's going to happen, but hypothetical, this is their best year. They never make it back to the Western Conference Finals. They can't land free agents. They can't draft magically out of fucking thin air. It just doesn't work out. And if Wemby goes cross town to go play with a guy like Cooper Flag over in Dallas.
I mean, first off, he would just ruin his career because the Mavericks are just they they got some problems of their own. But yeah,
I
absolutely. If
know.
I was a
No,
Spurs fan and he left and went to the Mavericks, yeah, I'd be pissed.
Would you feel the same way if he went anywhere else, or would it just be because it was cross town?
I think it would just be cross town. I think for
Okay.
me, for Wemby to be on that Otani level, now, given I know this is impossible because he wasn't in the league, but it's like him being on a team that's not making the playoffs every year. Let's just use the Brooklyn Nets for an example, and then
That's a good example.
going to join the dynasty at Golden State. That would be my example. Different conferences to where they don't play each other, but he's going to
Okay.
join a dynasty that wins pretty much every year.
Gotcha.
That would be my thing. But I mean, look at the whole thing with it was only 1 year, and I know we talked about it, but look at the hate that Soto got going cross town. He went from the Yankees to the Mets, and look at all the hate that brought.
That's so
That's
different, though.
that
That's
that
so
that is a
different.
hatred that's been around for 100 years though.
He went from the
That
big
that
brothers to the little brothers.
Are we talking about this past weekend, or are we what are we talking about over
Oh, we're
there?
talking about, not just 2, 3 games. We're talking about, hundreds of thousands of games. Anyway, we're talking about 27-2, by the way, too, also. But anyway,
When there
continue.
was
I
10
love you.
teams in the league. Got it. Got it. We're
Oh,
still
no.
on
Okay,
that. We're
then.
still on
All
oh
that
right,
yeah,
then throw
Yankee
oh
then,
argument.
shit,
all right, then,
oh
hey,
We're
listen.
shit.
still on
I'm
that
gonna throw a
Yankee
jab.
argument.
I'm gonna throw a jab at Chris then. Bill Russell's 8 rings don't count then. Fine.
I'm like
Chris is
50
like,
right now. What
I
do you
was
say
just
fuck
gonna
me
say,
for? What do
he's
you
like
say
that
fuck me
50
for?
I'm
cents.
angry at somebody. I gotta take it out on
I was
somebody.
just
I'm
gonna
angry.
say that. He's
Don't
like,
you disrespect my king, Bill Russell.
My glorious king, Aaron
why is
Judge,
he
God.
fuck
playoff
me for?
failure.
What do you say? Fuck me. I literally felt like the 50 meme right there. Like, what are we talking
Hey,
about?
hey, Christopher, I love you, buddy. It's okay.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah, I
man.
love you too.
All right, jumping on to something that me and Greg could actually agree on for once. Going over to the Eastern Conference, we got the Knicks. We take it on
Don't you regret
Cleveland,
not
bro.
coming to the Knicks?
I mean, I don't know if I'm biased. I might be biased. Cleveland doesn't stand a chance. I don't think they beat us. We're going to the finals, baby. New York's
All
gonna
right,
have a
I'll be
riot.
the voice of reason here though when I say this though. I like Joey. I love you too, and I think the Knicks. I have all the confidence in the Knicks, but I don't think it's gonna be a cakewalk in the
No,
sense
no,
like I don't.
Knicks in six.
I'm not giving you my take yet.
I
Hint,
like
hint.
that. I like that.
But yes. Oh no. One thing I will say is that the Knicks do go to the finals. I can't wait for the reactions of people on the subway streets of New York City.
Oh my god,
Go
dude.
absolutely
Dude,
nuts.
if I'm not even kidding, if they win the finals, National Guard might have to be brought in.
Oh,
Like,
Trump will be there.
Dude,
the city is going to burn.
I
Same thing with New
cannot
Hampshire.
I cannot fucking wait. If the Knicks make it to the finals, I cannot wait to hop on Instagram and look at Fat Joe's fucking Instagram stories, dude. Oh my god, is that gonna be? You're gonna have all those dudes. You're gonna have Action Bronson. You're gonna have Fat Joe, Spike Lee. They're all gonna be on the same thing. They're gonna be causing riots. It's
Chalamet.
Ben Stiller.
it's gonna be insane.
Now, Chris, I gotta ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think I'm gonna like your answer, but who are you rooting for in this Eastern Conference Finals?
This is easy for you.
See, basketball for me just it doesn't hit the same way like with the whole New York rivalry thing. Um, I mean, I think I who do I think is going to win? The Knicks, obviously. And who I think I'm I'm going to be honest with you, I don't mind. That's so condescending of me to say that.
So
um,
let me
I
better
actually,
word this. Is this
yeah,
series a hate watch for you?
no,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
No, because just because I think it, no matter what, it's going to be really entertaining basketball because you have a hot team in the Cavs, like Donovan Mitchell has taken over that team, and then you also have and James Harden a little bit. He had a couple of games where he literally was a traffic cone out there. But there was, but I also think like God, I'm going to catch so much hate for this for all the people from the New England that watch this. I think the Knicks are a fun basketball team to watch right now. And I really do like Jalen Brunson. I think he's a really good player. And I think just the way he got absolutely fucked over by the Mavericks, especially after that one season that he had. I mean, it worked out great for him because he got sent to the Knicks and now look what he's doing over there. But
Best thing ever could happen to him.
but yeah, and like I would pull for the Knicks because I want to see the chaos. I want to see
Yeah.
the National Guard. I want to see them burning trash cans, flipping dump trucks in the city streets of New York. That would be
It's not
insane.
Philly.
Dude, if the Knicks
If
if
they,
the Knicks win the finals,
yeah.
are you're telling me that it's not going
I
to
might,
be like
I
when
might, I
Vancouver
might burn one
fucking
or two trash
lost to the
cans. I might
Bruins?
burn a
You
trash
remember
can
that?
myself. I
Dude,
might burn
so
a trash can
if the
myself.
Knicks win the finals, somebody's trying to climb the Empire State Building. I can almost guarantee that. I could
Oh,
almost guarantee
absolutely.
it.
Absolutely. And they're going to be buck ass naked and they're going to have a fucking Jalen Brunson jersey wrapped around their head. That's what's going to
In
happen.
between their ass cheeks,
It's going to be insane.
like
It's
like
lit.
like Patrick Star.
It's going to be pandemonium, Greg. Like I remember when again weird flex. When the Bruins beat Vancouver. I will never forget the riots that were going on in Vancouver and they lost. Like
Oh, that was out of anger though. That was out of
they
anger.
were blowing up trash cans. They were
Yeah, that was
flipping
bad.
cars. It was a nightmare. And if the Knicks win, they might be this way if they make it to the finals. I'm not even saying winning the finals, just
I don't think
making it
so.
to the finals.
I
It is
don't
going to
agree.
be it's going to be bedlam at the Garden.
Now, if the Jets did that, I would agree.
Oh my god, it's dude,
I mean,
the
the
whole
Garden,
the whole East Coast is going to shut down. Are you fucking serious?
the Garden in the playoffs is a tough, tough place to play.
Oh,
It's
And some of
tough.
those tickets are crazy too.
Yeah, and they're gonna still sell out.
oh
Oh
yeah.
God, yeah, they should.
Like
A
you're
hundred
coming
percent.
into the guard like even before last series, like I think who was it? Someone interviewed him, and they Tyrese Maxey like, oh, what do you think? Like, how are you feeling going into the Garden? And he's like, oh, I've played in the Garden before, and they're like, not during playoffs, buddy. And look at that, like we just wiped the floor with them. Like it's a
I
different atmosphere at playoffs in the Garden.
I got a question, and I hope I'm wording it correctly. Like, and I don't even necessarily think it's so much the specific teams, but there is something that I think fans and stadiums out here in the East are just so much more like passionate and so much more like involved. Like I saw a thing, it was I think the NBA players and like the Players Association, the members, they like voted at the end of the year like which team, which stadium is the best to play at, which team fucking sucks to play at. And 1 and 2 throughout the whole list is New York, Boston.
To play at
Because
or worse to play at.
both, because like the staff and like the arenas are like iconic. Like obviously MSG is MSG. the TD Garden is the TD Garden, but like the fans, there's something about playing for Boston and New York, no matter what fucking sport it is. I feel like
Yeah.
it just gets it's so much more than just a game on a Tuesday night. It
I,
is
I,
I,
I
so
would
much
take
more.
I think you take New York fans, Philly fans, and Boston fans. There's those are the three most die-hard loyal sport fans
Oh my
in
god.
in the entire world. Like,
yeah, and not to be that guy, but I think you might know where I'm going with this, Chris. We should never have torn down the fucking old Yankee Stadium.
Ever. Oh my god.
Oh my God! When you talk about intimidating, stepping into the box where Babe Ruth stepped, get the hell out of here. You ain't
yeah.
Well,
shit.
it's not even that. I mean, obviously, you talk about the history of these places. Like MSG, like is just they've seen the best of the best always. Yankee Stadium is literally that you that stadium built baseball to what baseball is today. You can make that argument, and it had arguably the greatest team ever assembled play in it. And it's the same thing with Fenway. Been around forever. What is it, like 100 and
They
whatever?
I
I
think
don't even know.
1912.
Yeah, so it's like just being a part of that culture. And I think it's the people more than anything. Like the people in the Northeast, I'm going to say this, the people in the Northeast are just sad and miserable because the weather sucks. It's so fucking expensive to live here, and the traffic is awful. So like everything else sucks, but I'll be damned if that's going to deter me from cheering and rooting my ass off for the Red Sox, the Celtics, the Bruins, and the Patriots. And the same thing with you guys over in New York. It is unlike anything I think besides like soccer over in Europe, which is literally religion.
You can't count that. That's just
You
different
it
sport, different
that
animal.
yeah that's a whole. But like as far as American sports, I think, and Philly's a good point, Joey, because Philly fans are psycho too. But like we're all literally the entire corner, the northeast corner, just absolute psychos. We're sickos, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
I agree. All right, Greg, it's your time. We've gone a couple weeks without a bald bet. So before that, I think we went on a 2 or 3 week losing streak. We got to snap back in. We got to lock in. What do we got?
It's fine. Because you know what though? You may have wanted me to be down and be out. That's fine. To the haters, I say fuck you. And I say I'll blind you with the baldness. Because the bald bet of the week is
That
here
was the
and it's
greatest
not going
intro.
anywhere.
That was the greatest intro to the bald bet of all time.
Don't you worry, baby. Because it involves a team I've talked about a lot. And we also have talked about it a lot tonight. And it involves the New York Knicks. All right, they got a big game tonight on a Tuesday, as Joey is showing you loud and proud. Represent, baby. This is going to be a multi-game bet, but so from now when we record until next week, which will probably be next Tuesday, there's 4 games. My prediction: the Knicks have at least 3 wins by them. By then, not them. Then, all right. I could see the game. I could see the series going to 7 games, or maybe 6, maybe even 5. However, I think the Knicks. I know that they've been off for 10 days, give or take, but they, in my opinion, top to bottom on their roster, they're a better team. And we've just mentioned it on the pod for the last 10 minutes. The atmosphere that MSG brings is not something they're going to match in Cleveland, respectfully, right? LeBron ain't there. Sorry. Your savior is not there. New York savior is here. Jalen Brunson's freaking here, baby.
Captain,
Knicks.
Jalen Brunson, born to play basketball.
I'll one up your bet, Greg. I take a sweep.
Ooh.
I take a 4-game sweep by the New York
Ooh.
Knickerbockers.
Chris's
Wow.
full head bet of the week.
Wow.
Full hair bet of
I
the
don't know
week.
about full. I don't know about full, but
Looks A lot
Well,
better than mine.
Well, listen, Greg, you're a fucking magic 8 ball compared to everybody else. So
there you have it, folks. Greg's bald bet. We're getting back on track. As always, thank you for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. We will see you next week with more updates on Eastern Conference, Western Conference Finals for NBA and NHL. And tune in next time to see where the Knicks are at and see how the bald bet did. See you later.
peace.